It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They snap it to Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The Seahawks at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. This is intercepted. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here's Tariq Woolen bringing it out of his end zone.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, oh, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Moore, the man in motion. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Over here.
Moore, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Burns. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. This pass complete to Melton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They run the counter. Burns. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
He finds Watson complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a heck Packer touchdown. Bo Melton, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Packers have moved out in front. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Woolen will return it from the end zone.
The Seahawks make over first down at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
From the 24, Smith. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Nothing 19.
Now Gino on first down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Ready, break. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
On first down, it's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rodgers now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, Rodgers. He's able to find Melton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Rodgers now on first down.
Another catch from Melton. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, here's Rodgers.
Hauled in on the out route by Melton.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Rodgers again now. Touchdown! Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Woolen will return it from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Cowboy 80.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The center receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Burns, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Quick slant complete to Melton.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. They run the counter. Burns. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Bulldozes past him. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Smith on first down. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Darrell Taylor in there to
for a loss of 11. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Go, Reed, go!
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First down. It's Burns. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Rodgers to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. DJ Moore halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Woolen will return it from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
18, tight end.
Smith now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
Now it's Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First throw of overtime for Rodgers.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
On play action, Rodgers.
This pass complete to Melton. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down. It's Burns. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. Burns. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
All right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Now Smith with his first throw of OT. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last.
It's another one.